Step 7 is Motzi, reciting the blessing of Motzi on the matzah that we will be eating. It's the first of 2 blessings that we'll be saying. The second blessing will be step 8. Remember that the story of Pesach, the story of Passover, is the story of transcendence, redemption. True redemption and transcendence is only possible when we realize that the material world is not an end in itself. Your true security, your true power does not lie in your material possessions, in your material success, power, and influence. True power, true security lies in our spiritual inner selves, which is eternal, immortal, and exactly that, transcends the day-to-day routines and the vicissitudes and ups and downs of life. Today we're reminded of that more than ever. So it's essentially the theme of Pesach, is that theme. To realize that we're really free when we recognize that materialism is not going to be the place of our security. Our routines, as strong as they may be, are not where we are going to find our ultimate confidence. So now as we enter this next stage in the Haggadah, in the Seder, in the journey, step 7, we make a blessing, Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Because remember, transcendence doesn't mean escaping the material world. It doesn't mean ignoring it. It doesn't mean annihilating, God forbid. It means elevating it, sublimating it. All the steps we've spoken about, it's all about separating, cleansing, and sublimating. But we also want to transform the material world. We're not trying to leave it. So though we may have been trapped by its illusions and the illusion of its power, that doesn't mean we ignore it. We meant to refocus and understand the perspective. So what does the words Hamotzi lechem min haaretz means? Baruch atah Hashem, we praise God, we bless God. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz, the one who draws bread out of the ground. So the Hasidic masters explain, it's because the verse that states, not on bread alone does a human being live, but on the spark of the divine energy within the food. So Hamotzi lechem min haaretz means the one that is drawing out the divine spark that exists, that gives food its power, its ability to sustain us. So Hamotzi lechem min haaretz means revealing the spark within matter. The material world has sparks embedded in it, spiritual sparks. When we eat a piece of food, we are freeing, we are redeeming that spark. So here in step number 7, that's exactly what we're doing. We're saying, Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We're recognizing that all the spirituality that we're trying to achieve, where our true security, where our true power lies, that eternal, immortal power, we want it also to be integrated and to transform the material world. So we say, Hamotzi lechem min haaretz, the bread of the earth. In this case, is going to be the matzah. We are freeing, we are revealing the divine sparks that are within it. So it becomes a tremendous fusion of living in this material world, but recognizing it is not the essence of our security. It's a stepping stone, it's a vehicle. And it's our spiritual lives, our soulful lives, our connection to our purpose and our divine mission is really where our security lies. But we elevate our material world with it, the earth and the bread from the earth, the matzah. Indeed, material world actually contains in it tremendous potential. Because you can argue, why do we need to have it all together? Why not just live in a spiritual realm? No, it's when the spiritual sparks are embedded and even trapped in this material world, to the point that we can be distracted as we have been, and then you recognize those sparks, you actually free them, and there's even more power when it comes from the material world, because in that lower state, as the mystics explain, lies the greatest and highest sparks. That's why bread, matzah, can sustain us, human beings. Even though you can say the divine soul in the human being is greater than the spark in the matzah, but because it's in the material world, in a way it's gone down to a darker and lower place that can be so distant and hostile. But when you redeem it, it comes with a surge of power that can only happen when it's coming from such a darker place. And that's what Motzi captures as well, that ability to not just release the spark, but release it with a completely new surge of energy.
Baruch Ata Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam Hamotzi lechem min haaretz